Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for part 3 of the trifold I'm making as a guest design team for everlasting journals. In the first two parts I decorated the front and the inside, and now two pockets were made. This one I did on camera, but I got it too short, so I made a new one, put double-sided tape on the hinges so we can attach that. This will go here, and this is a pocket I made earlier. I fussy cut the swan out, again on the hinges, double-sided tape. It will go on this side, and then in the middle, of course, I need pockets. This will be the journal. I chose some outside and inside pages. I'll put that to the side. Let's see how far I'm going to get. And for the middle, I'm going to make a stacked pocket. So 3 pockets on top of each other. This is not right. And that will go in the middle. I selected the papers, cut it to size, inked them, so that's not something that is so interesting to see. I hope you're all doing well and feel like crafting. It's a sunny day in the Netherlands, and today's Wednesday, yes. And towards the weekend, the weather, they say the weather will get even more nice. A bit more warm, because today it's a bit chilly and a wind, but when the sun is shining it already looks nice, so that's an advantage. This is something for the new people, how I do it always. I learned that with scrapbooking, because double-sided tape sticks right away, and then you have no wiggle room to position your pocket. So I'm going to gently position it. Let's see if I put something underneath so I can see the edge a bit better. And I'm not going to press where I loosened the tape. So I'm going to look that it's flush here and here. Yeah, here I can press because there's the double-sided, the backing still on there. Now I can glue that. I'm going to glue it here, and I'm going to glue it here. The pocket won't shift anymore, and I just have to peel the backing, and the pocket is where it's supposed to be. So maybe a tip you can use or try. I really love it. I stayed away. The camera is picking it up a bit. You see, I'm always staying away a bit from the fold line, because there will be things in here. And now, it's a bit big. Now you can see it's a pretty wide open pocket for a lot of items, because I did the hinges. Now the swan, same process. I'm going to peel this off just a bit. It's peeling off again completely. It does that sometimes. Let's try again. I hope you enjoy crafting along, or maybe just looking at the video, and maybe later in some time you want to make your own ephemera folder, then you have an idea. Like that. And now the words. Did I do it? Yeah, it's a bit too long. No, I'm going to position it right here, because if I'm going to cut something off here, I wreck my my hinge, so I'm not going to do that. It was my intention to have the swan there, and that's what I want. Let's see. Yeah, the text is still. Oh, that wasn't my intention. Sometimes it tears, and then I have to see that I get it here. But I stuck it down already, so it's okay. Like that. And also with this pocket, because of the hinge, the pocket can completely open. Yeah, beautiful with the swan like that. Very beautiful digitals. And now the trickier part, the stacked pocket. I really had to prepare this, because with scrapbooking I did this lots of times. This pocket will have a ½ inch, yeah, like a gusset or a spine, whatever you want to call it, because in here the journal will fit. So this will be the first pocket, and again I stay away just a hair of the fold lines, so I can put my paper on here. And I wanted to, what did I want? Did I want it like that? Yeah, yeah. So this will be here. Let's see what's most nice. Yeah, because this pocket will be over here, like this. Or more the circles. No, I like it the other way around, so I'm going to stick that down. Do it all in pieces. But I really had to look up how the stacked pocket, and I still couldn't find it how in the scrapbooking days how I did it then. But this is very thin. It's a bit between thin cardstock and paper. So I'm going to glue the pockets right on top of each other. And in the days I did scrapbooking, there was a method that to create not extra bulk, because a lot of scrapbook paper is thick. They had a different method, but I couldn't find it. How I did it then, I forgot. It has been quite some years. Pull it a bit down, because I'm again gluing this later. And I'll explain what I mean by not creating any more bulk. Because now this has a hinge, it's going, this has a hinge, this has a hinge, it's going on top of that, so there will be 2 hinges, and then this third pocket will be on there, so you have 3 hinges on top of each other. And if the paper is very thick, that would create a lot of bulk, and that's why they cut away the pieces of the hinges, and it would slide into each other, so not completely a complete pocket on top of each other. So that, well, that's the difference. But I couldn't find it anymore, and because this paper is thin enough, it's sticking out a bit, so I'm going to trim it just a hair. Maybe it wouldn't have been a problem, but I think this paper will be thin enough, so it's that it will be okay. So that's why I think it will be okay. Yeah, last weekend I celebrated my birthday, like I said in the previous video. We had a wonderful time. The weather was great, so we could sit outside, and they all stayed for dinner. We all like Chinese, so we enjoyed the meal together, and they came already in the afternoon for a cake. Let's see if I can curl this up a bit. I want to do that with those pockets, just a bit to see how it looks. Yeah, I really like it. And now the difficult, it'll flatten a bit because I want to really press it down. I'm going to first, that's what I wanted to explain also. Because this is a bit more difficult pocket, and if you want an idea, if you want to make this on your own, I really had to puzzle a bit with folding, how I want to glue it and how I want this. So exactly for this folio, I made a template exactly with the measurements. I didn't put the measurements on. I still have to do that. Just where to score, where to cut, because this is a corner that is cut away. So if you want to make this, I can give you measurements and email you this template, so you know what to do. Because if you never made a pocket like this, you really have to puzzle a bit. I'm going to stick the design paper on here first, so that's done. Let's get a bit of the glue. Yeah, so it was a very nice day for my birthday. I'm going to put this to the side a bit because it's bumpy. And it's easier for me to glue if there's nothing under there. And that was on Saturday, my birthday. And Sunday was again a very nice day. So in the afternoon, we are not up very early on Sunday most times because my husband has to get up very early in the weekdays and mostly on Saturdays also. So we don't want to get up too early, and we have a large breakfast, a nice breakfast always. So and then in the afternoon we went on a bike ride through the woods, and at a restaurant we had a drink, and then we rode further to a different, in the woods there are 2 restaurants in that forest, and to the next restaurant, and there we had a drink also, and we could sit outside. It was very busy with people walking and also bike rides. And because Sunday was Mother's Day, a lot of people were with their family having lunch, so it was very busy. But a beautiful bike ride. And we always combine my Mother's Day with my birthday, because it's always pretty near to each other. So the children can go to their mother-in-law, or my daughter is a mom herself, so they wanted to do something with the children. and my mom passed away a couple of years ago, so and my relationship with my mom and dad is not very good, so that's also different. I can imagine if you have a real good relationship with your mom and dad, that those days feel quite different. Like that. And I didn't glue all the way. I could have done, but yeah, in a way it's just yeah, paper, and you're not going to see it because yeah, it's just if you really would look into there, but mostly you don't do that. So this will be like that, on top of each other. And the last one, the small pocket, and I didn't make a gusset here, just for the extra bulk. So I'm going to put just a small glue line, because I can stick, if I have labels or something, yeah, it's just a scrap paper, and it's glued here on top of my fingers, it can easily stick in here. They don't have to be large pieces in here, so I didn't really need a gusset there. So glue this. Yeah, so I hope everyone had a nice weekend. And tomorrow is a holiday here in the Netherlands. I wanted to look up what it's called in English, because I don't know. But it's always nice to have a free day. And yeah, because also the weather will be nice tomorrow again. I think we'll make a bike ride again. Good for us, and yeah, nice to do. Beautiful papers. And the kids have, especially the background kits, where these two papers are from. This one, and later also for the journal, the ones I chose for the journal. There are a lot to choose from. I think 12, maybe more pages in that kit. Kit 12. And yeah, the design pages, let me call it like those, they that was kit 8, but I'll mention them in the description box. This doesn't want to stick. Get this stuck down. This doesn't really want to stick. I have the smaller ones just for it to hold. I don't know if it will interfere, because I first want to glue this onto this. I'm thinking it's just a little piece. I think I'll just use the glue. Put my top on here. Yeah. This is, now I can use my big bottle. If it's such a wide piece, it doesn't need the fine tip. I'm going to start here, so this hinge can glue to the back side. I'm always trying not to get my head in the camera, and I noticed that what I see on my television, in front of me is a television, and I can see what I'm filming. But in real, it films more, wider. So not just what I see on the screen, but a bit more. So more often than I want. Is my head in the way. I'm going to put that on top. And that's what I meant with the way we did it when I was scrapbooking. This wouldn't be completely on top of that. Then there would have been something here cut away from that pocket, so it's not extra bulk. Let it stick very well. I want to ink this up a bit more. I hope you have nice projects you're working on. There are also so many beautiful ideas. If you look on Pinterest or Facebook, or it doesn't matter where, there are so many nice ideas and things to make. Yeah. That away. So this is how it's going to look on top of each other. I think I'll have to take them away. And now for this. I left this because this is what I want, like a box. And this is the hinge, and this is the gusset. So that can stay. I'm going to put glue in the middle here, and then I'm going to the triangle, the little triangle. Let's see if the camera is picking up. Yeah, the triangle I'm going to glue to this. So close this before it dries out. So first I'm going to put the glue here in this rectangle. Maybe a small bottle. Yeah, I think I'll I can put it like that. It doesn't really, it's not really sticking immediately. I'm going to try the art glitter glue if it sticks a bit quicker. I don't know, but maybe. So now let's see if I'm on that little triangle. I'm going to put the glue. It's visible because this is white glue. And then I'm going to stick it to this side. So this is how I'm going to hold it. It's seeping out a bit, but everything dries clear. Let's see, I have to really look at it. Yeah, I'm going to get the excess glue. And now it's very hard to see. The little triangle is glued here. Yeah, you can see now. About. Very hard to see. So I'm going to do the same on this side. And you don't have to, if you don't want a journal in this, suppose you want to make this, and you're not keeping a journal in here, then you don't need this gusset pocket. Then you can just make the pocket like this, and that's fine. You just stack them. That's yes, those kinds of stacked pockets are lots to find on YouTube. I'm going to take that away because I want to stick that really well. Because I saw this corner was picking up a bit. That's strange because normally the double-sided glue is enough. I'm going to press it. A lot of people, if they have enough free days at work, a lot of people take Friday off, because then they have a long weekend. But my husband always has to consider a colleague. So my husband has a free day today. So it's not a long weekend, but yeah, he can chill a bit today. And his colleague has Friday off. And then next year, if my husband wants to, he can take the Friday and we'll have a long weekend. Lots of times with this holiday, because it's always on a Thursday, we were going away for a weekend. This I'm going to do with, or I had to do it before I glued things. I made the gusset, because now putting double-sided tape on this is very difficult. So I'm going to use wet glue here, and I'm first going to stick this, it's overlapping that a bit, and I'm first going to put some glue under there, that it makes a nice pocket, if you know what I mean. Sometimes explaining is very difficult, so I hope it's clear when you see what I'm doing. In a way, I'm making, oh, and I had a little book. It's a very famous book in the early, I think there is a date, 61. I think it's like something like Reader's Digest. It came once a month, I think, and there are all kinds of articles in here, and yeah, advertisement, of course. Ah, it's still thinner. I thought I can put it later. I can use it to glue it onto the trifold. Because if you press this too hard, it just crinkles. Let's see if I can put this. And it's very hard to find something exactly that's exactly the width of this. Yeah. So now we have these two pockets, and now I have to glue this to this. You see, and then you have a real nice, it's all working. You see, and then in there the journal will be. And let's see if I'm thinking if I want to glue that to the file folder, because then I don't have to press twice. So let's see if that's possible. This I need for gluing. And this I can stick in there. Let's see. I didn't put any tape on here, so I think I'll just use the glue. It's okay. The advantage of glue is that you can get in every little nook and corner, and with double-sided tape it's not really everywhere. But I still have a lot of tape, and yeah, I like the way it's usable. So here, and then it's coming along very nicely, and I have to start thinking about what I want to put in here, because it will hold a lot. Let's see, a bit in the middle. Yes, very nice. this? Oh, a bit of glue. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if it's not sticking out on this side. No, it's fine. And because I want to put all kinds of items in here, book pages, different book pages and papers you can use, and small items like tickets and labels. That's why I wanted all different kinds of pockets. It's a bit crooked. No, it's okay. Let's see, on that side. Yeah. Should be a bit more to that side. Okay. It really has to dry properly yeah, it's better before you put anything in there that it's completely dried, well dried. Some ink on there. Like that. That sometimes also is a good thing when you have some uneven things. Yeah, just with inking you can yeah, cover them up a bit. Yeah, I want to be very careful with the pocket, but it's a very large pocket, and like I explained, I want A4 things, and now you can go all the way exactly to the end of the pocket, so still, if everything's dry enough, it won't catch. It's strange why it's picking up, so that tells me it's not dry enough. Because normally if you put something in here, this doesn't come loose. So it really has to stick. And now the difficulty putting this on there. Let's try and see what happens. And then let it dry very well. And mostly letting things dry overnight, it really takes care of everything it's going to stick very well. Until now I didn't have any problems in that area. So just have to leave it alone later. Because it's now already a beautiful box idea. That's why I'm hoping that it will be fine in here, and that's why I made the gusset here also, so it lays on top of that. I'm going to put my book in here. 2 books, no, it's not, so I can stick it a bit. Now I can press a bit. Yeah. It looks, yeah. So I wanted to, you see here, it's not sticking yet. So yeah, it's shifting. I thought this would be a bit hard. Let's see if I can use, ooh, almost knocked over my water. Let's see if I can use this. Yeah, I wanted to press this. Yeah, I knew when I decided to make this pocket that I was making it much more hard for myself, but in the end I know I'll be happy with it that I did, because the journal will take up room and it will expand, of course. Now I can press a bit more. because the ruler has thickness also. And for the rest, I think I'll just leave it alone. I'm going to let this stay in here. That's too bad. I don't know if maybe I'll find something else later to put in here. Yeah, quite a nice fit. You see? And that's my intention. This gusset is a bit more, so it will go over there. But it will be sticking out, of course. Everything in junk journaling will stick out because there are no papers in here yet. Yeah, I'm going to leave it open. Putting this to the side. This will be the journal. This is the size I want. That's just an A4 cardstock. This is 210 GSM. And I have a lot of black, also from scrapbooking. So it will make a nice base. I'm going to put this underneath because the black is a bit difficult to see. This is the background paper I chose, but because this is A4 and I can't print borderless, I took one of the digitals and I cut that, I made it to size, so they are both larger. I couldn't cut a A4 in the middle because then I would have the borders. So this will be a bit too large. And let's see if I think, oh yeah, it's sticking out here and here, so I can put it butt against the middle and down here. And I didn't ink it because this is going to be on this side, and there will be a strip of lace because I like that on top of this, and then I can ink, later I can ink all the edges. So I'm going to, I really like this little stick, so I'm going to use that. I hope later I don't find out that it doesn't stick very as good as my HEMA glue stick. I hope not, because I would be very disappointed. I want everything to be okay. So let's see. Put this against the fold line. Yeah, you can see it very difficultly. Now sometimes I'm missing my brayer, but I was pushing the brayer so hard I broke it. And I didn't buy a new one. I thought I'd try this. And it's okay also. I'm going to glue this first and then I'm going to trim. Let's see if there's no glue here. Nope, it's fine. Again, applying the glue. That. Let's see what's the top. Here. A bit down. Leaving just the hair because I'm still going to put something over it. And I could have stuck down the paper, but it would only crinkle. If this would be one page, I would have done that, of course, because if you leave it flat to dry, the when you fold it later, the crinkling will be less because you have it dried properly. If it's wet and you're going to fold it, then it will yeah, bubble up a bit. It's not a good word, but well, yeah, I could have made it a bit less, but it's okay. And now, because this is pretty sturdy cardstock, I can put my scissors against the cardstock and I can cut it easily. Because tearing is always a bit difficult when the paper is still wet, so then I had to wait. And I want to show you what I want on the other side. Really beautiful design with the head in there and the leaves. Gorgeous. Such a beautiful paper. And later I'll do the inking of the edges off camera. And I have to choose a lace to go in the middle. Nothing sticky anymore. Always mindful of that you're folding it the right way. So this will be the front, that will be the back of the journal. This I chose the same because I really like the design and I want an image. I don't know exactly how I'm going to, I want more layers, and I thought this is a beautiful color against this. And yeah, a neutral color. I can layer this image with all kinds of papers and it will be okay. I also want to use this one. I really love this little flower, but it can't be against that. It needs something in between, so I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to back this with these beautiful papers, and then I'm going to turn it because the border is smaller here than there, and again I cut it a bit. Oh, I thought it was too big. Now I'm going to butt it up here, and again also stay away from the fold line just a bit. Maybe I can. No, I'm going to open it. Because I'm going to put lace on the outside also, because I love lace, and I think whoever wants to buy this will like lace too, otherwise they wouldn't buy it. It's so nice to read all the nice comments, and it's so nice to if you can inspire people. I love that. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't. No, I have it on. Oh, no. I have to start here. And that's why I wanted to turn it. Now I have fold, don't want that. Let's see how much. No, it's a bit too much. Okay. Oh. It's so difficult to see with black. There's a bit more there. Okay. Let's see if there are no air bubbles. Beautiful how the roses are popping up. Like that. Let's see. Yeah, just a bit. And because I cut these excess off, that excess off, well, that was a bit cardstock, and I saw that to glue that a bit more. And here also, or not, yeah, just a bit. Yeah, I think my Hema glue stick sticks better. I don't really have to check my edges with that glue. No, it's fine. Cut this. And later I'll ink everything. I think I'll use my Hema glue stick. I have to use that up also. This I'm going to put on our heavy box also because it's a bit warping, and it dries nicely then. Let's see the head again, like that. Yeah, it's more, and where is it? Yeah, I'm going to glue it from the bottom. And that's how far I will go today. Then everything can, I don't know if you want to see me sew the signatures in. I think I'll film it, the pages I want to use, and sew it in for the newer people. And yeah, if you don't want to watch that, luckily we have the fast forward button, because that's the thing that can be done now. Oh, way more sticky. I can select my laces that I want to use on the outside and the inside. Probably I will use the same and make a nice lace pocket on the inside. The pocket is always nice to have. Then you can stick a tag in the beginning. I always like that. And then you can explain how you started the journal. And I saw that from, I think, Jacen journals. She does that every new journal she starts in. She writes down where she's at in her life at that moment, where she lives, her age, and what kind of job she has at that moment. Because over time, of course, yeah, things will change. And then you can always look back on how it was then. Oh, I really love that paper. So there will be lace over here, and I want 2 pockets here, and probably they will be lacy also. And you really love lace for the extra structure, just like embossing and texture paste. It adds a real nice dimension. So let's get the folio back. the trifold. Yeah, I think it's really sticking, and you can put some papers down here, but you can see just the cover, and you can see it coming up because of the thickness, and that there will be papers here, and here there will be plenty of room for the journal, and then the small stuff I can stick in there. Beautiful with the with the edges. There will be papers in here. Lots of papers, lots of goodies to fill. Yeah, really love it. Beautiful. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, maybe learned something, maybe got some inspiration to make something of your own. And thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. And if you like this video, I would love for you to subscribe, give a like or a comment. I would love to hear from you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!